The Pittsburgh Steelers are back on the board this time through a trade, sending wide receiver Diontae Johnson to the Carolina Panthers. Look, when nobody else is working, Omar Khan is working. This guy continues to make moves when everybody starts to calm down, settle in for the day. Diontae Johnson, a move that has been rumored for weeks now. I was told by sources just days ago that the Steelers were receiving phone calls for Diontae Johnson. They were not making phone calls for Diontae, but instead just listening to other teams' offers. The Carolina Panthers come through and say, look, we got an offer that you guys cannot refuse, and they could not refuse it. In exchange for Diontae Johnson and a 7th-round pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers are getting cornerback Dante Jackson and a 6th-round pick. I got to say, you lay it all out, and it makes sense money-wise. Probably not the biggest, splashiest move the Pittsburgh Steelers could make, but I understand their point of view in looking to do so. Jackson carries a $10.5 million cap hit this season. Diontae Johnson carried a $15.8. So you're already saving $5 million right there. Both of them going into the last year of their deal. Dante Jackson, a veteran, longtime starter in the NFL. This is a guy that's been with the Panthers for 6 seasons. He's, up until last year, always had at least an interception, more like multiple interceptions per season. Last year, 5 tackles for loss, a forced fumble, kind of made up for the fact that he did not have an interception during the season. He joins Joey Porter Jr. The Steelers needed a veteran corner. I still expect them to look at a corner in the NFL draft. I do not think that goes away, but I do think that they needed somebody heading into draft season. This allows them to do it in a market that was pretty slim to begin with, and now they no longer have to worry about it. They could just look at it and say, Jackson's a good fit. You also have Joey Porter Jr., hopefully Corey Trice or Darius Rush is able to fill in somewhere. You maybe look for a slot, but worst case scenario, you draft somebody else and you're good to go. The Steelers should feel fine there. It's a move that clears that up while clearing cap space. When it comes to the wide receiver market, I mean, a first-round wide receiver is definitely on the board for the Pittsburgh Steelers now. I still think that they're going to address their offensive line. I think that they might go corner. But with how loaded the wide receiver class is this season, it's tough to say that they are not going to at least try to land somebody big. And if they could in that first round, awesome. If they could somehow pull it off in the second round like they did with George Pickens, I think that's the best case scenario for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're looking at a totally different team right now. This is crazy. I expect more moves to come. They just created more cap space, which means they're going to try and make as much splash, as many big moves as they possibly can this offseason. Expect some blockbuster signings, and don't think this is quieting down anytime soon.